Should we begin to cry because you said the country is hopeless? Oshiomhole slams Sowore. Is it not worth crying for? Former governor of Edo State, Oshiomhole, and a two-time presidential candidate of the African Action Congress, AAC, Sowore, have debated the state and progress of Nigeria's democracy since 1999. Speaking at the launch of Senator Abdul Oro's new book, I said, now everybody they write book. Everybody is writing a book. What's going on? New book, Demonstration of Grace, Struggles and Transition to Democracy in Nigeria. Sowore stated that the transition to democracy was hijacked by charlatans who have since monopolized power. He contrasted Nigeria's democracy with that of the United States and South Africa, stressing the failure to protect fundamental rights. He said there was a mistake we must admit to what we made when democracy came about in 1999. In all fairness, we shouldn't have allowed charlatans to hijack the democratic process. We did, and we are guilty of where we are today. Abdul's book title refers to democracy as a demonstration of grace, but I have always referred to Nigerian democracy as morontocracy, a democracy hijacked by morons, and that this is the result we can get. He lamented the ongoing persecution of civil rights activists under the current government. The government of the day still persecutes us because there is no structure to guarantee real fundamental human rights and well-being. After speaking during the launch, Oshiomhole replied Sowore's scathing remarks. He said, it is this same cynism, doubt, dismissal, sweeping generalization that misled some who struggled for democracy to say nothing good can come out of the military. They don't mean it. There will be no election. A rat cannot give birth to a rabbit. There were all kinds of stories. How can the military midwife real democracy? No, it's not possible. Because it's always better to dismiss everything and get a louder applause. He explained how such dismissal created a vacuum expected by those who captured power. Then the bad guys decided, since you guys who fight keep dismissing those who were in charge of the system you want to change, we will go in there. They went in, captured power, changed the culture of the power, and changed the rule of the game. Oshiomhole cautioned against this fear when you dismiss in a very sweeping manner that the country is hopeless, the system is impossible. Should we begin to cry? No. The gap between where we think we ought to be and where we are should be enough incentive for us to not give up on ourselves. It's like this Oshiomhole won, Badu. So should we begin to cry? Yes, begin to cry. Begin to cry because, of course, the country is not hopeless. We are talking about the gap that we think, where we ought to be and where we are should be enough incentive. Please, body is incentive, collecting incentive on top of this one. As the Prince Lionel says, the blame goes to the youth that the useless government will still give guns to kill themselves after everything, and then will tell you that youth are leaders of tomorrow, but it is their children and family members, including their parents, that are the leaders of tomorrow. No lies detected. No lies, because how many child of the poor are they carrying along with them and say, okay, let's go and inspect this place together. Let's go to this place together. But Wike is carrying his children everywhere he goes, showing them his job, showing them the things that he do. And I agree with you that says, you are a very useless and shameless man, Mr. Idiotic Adams. So don't para. Sumaila Amadu says, my friend, wake up. Your eyes are not seeing what the workers and citizens are facing in this country. You people should do the right thing. Of course, they know the right thing, but they're not going to do it. It is the workers' support for you to be in that position you are. Now, workers are the ones that are suffering under your party's administration today. God will judge you people. God will definitely judge them. Shaibu Musa says, it's because you are living lavishly in government resources, exactly, so they don't know exactly what is going on. They don't know what's going on. Azucha says, the masses unite and throw all of them out. That is the remedy. Yes, so everybody should come together. Ebuka said it. 200 million Nigerians versus 12,000 politicians. Of course we can defeat them. Of course we can bundle all of them out. That is if we unite. You see that unity, once Igbos, Hausa, Yorubas can leave all ethnicity aside, leave all religious matter aside, and we unite in one voice, of course we are going to send all of them out. But yeah, so the book says, my beloved brother and sister, hell is real. Okay, thank you. Yusuf Danagalan says, no, it's not cry we want. Beg your fellow leaders and colleagues to please stop looting government money and allow the masses to breathe. For the first time, the corruption is too much. You people better stop it before we revolt. I wish we can revolt though. I wish some people will not stay back. All of us will come together and revolt and say enough is enough and send these people out like a revolution, like a coup. That is what it will look like. Adeyemilekon says, this Oshiomhole is a shameless, selfishly, self-help centered person with a pretense mentality. He is nonchalantly careless to people's convenience, comfortably sympathetic, conscious, existent, positive possibilities. How's that? Conscious existence possibilities, positive possibilities. Okay. Samuel says, no, don't cry. But that is true. We can't have people like you in a political space. And be hopeful, exactly. People that do not care. That don't care about the constituencies that they are representing. They don't even know what's the topic of what they were talking today at the House of Rape or whatever it is that they go to. They don't know anything. They just go there, sit down, talk rubbish, and knock the table, and go back to their house, collect money for sitting allowance, and go back home. They are just looting our money. They don't care. They don't care. So yeah, the blue says, since you, the elite, don't have conscience, you don't need to cry for Nigeria. You have climbed the ladder of the top to the top. However, I pity the coming generations. Both National Assembly and Judiciary, none is functioning for the citizens. None. Ahmed Badaga says, unbelievable that this is a former Labour leader. It's quite disheartening. So he's been faking comradeship. Yes, so he has. What hope is left if Oshiomhole can change 360 and defend the oppressors? That's what you get though, from people that are betrayals. They betray people at the slightest opportunity. Jude says, but you used to cry before now as Union CM. Now he's no longer a Union CM, he's enjoying. It is well. My listeners, over to you. Leave your thoughts. Don't forget to like, to share and subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.